How long must we sing this song? Hi, Kevin Blanch. Bet you never thought you'd see me shooting another video from this spot in my lifetime. Remember when I made up these shirts? Clear last spring, right after Fukushima happened. I haven't done a video on Fukushima. I've been fighting for my life with freaking cancer. March 11th, that morning when it plumed out, first thing I did the 12th, my video, I went up and started this freaking rant of mine on YouTube. But if you go power back into my original YouTube videos, I was on it even before that. I took on Gunderson at the time. I took on all the, agencies, the so-called NRC, the IAEA, fucking every one of these lying motherfuckers. They attacked me. They came to my site because you watch how radical that video was of mine, calling this thing. I called it like it was. You go through every single one of my Fukushima videos, every single one, to detail. Yeah, I use the F word every other word to try to draw attention to this because nobody will listen to anybody else because you're all a bunch of pacifists. I called it to a T. These guys told me all these experts, including Gunderson, told me I didn't know the difference between a hydrogen blast and a nuclear blast. Now I have leukemia. After I said it, look, let's get clear about Fukushima. Let's be clear. This is crimes against humanity. These are crimes against humanity. People should go to prison. These are worse than, yeah, it's going to be worse than Bush and Cheney, who should be in prison right now for crimes against humanity. But we don't care. We just do whatever we want. And Fukushima is the most evil thing that's happened to this fucking world, maybe ever. Look, while I'm in the hospital, this is no coincidence that I land with AML out of the fucking blue. As I've been ranting, my subconscious screaming out, you want to talk credibility? Fucking try me. Try me. Go through every one of my videos. Try me. Look, I have kept very good documentation all the way from the day this happened. Because I was an expert on this subject matter, because my father was an atomic veteran. I was outraged. I've been heavily in depth in this subject matter for decades. I have fought Congress. I have fought the Pentagon. I am responsible for a lot of the freedom of information stuff that's been released you're watching on YouTube. I'm the one that got it released. I hired attorneys. I fought them. I did everything I could do. And then I ran and screamed and yelled at Fukushima. Look, number one, Gorbachev entombed Chernobyl. How long after? Of course, the open air nightmare test, 51 to 68, that's what's killing me, there's no doubt, as they murder us. But Fukushima is the biggest nuclear disaster in the history of the world by 1,000 times. TEPCO should be in prison, every last one. The Japanese government should all be in prison. They should be tried at The Hague, but not only that. And I really believe this will happen down the road. The world media, the ones who I can prove, and I document through, I can prove that they intentionally downplayed Fukushima. I don't know if it was state-run television or a conspiracy just from the corporate elites. I can prove. I have documented proof through my videos how CNN, Sanjay Gupta, and these guys went out of their way, everything they did to try to downplay this nightmare. This thing, that is a crime. That is a crime against humanity. The board members of CNN, Fox, ABC, NBC, CBS, BBC, they all should be tried for crimes against humanity. Sanjay Gupta individually should go to prison. Anderson Cooper individually should go to prison. His producers should go to prison. Let's remember this. They were at Fukushima. They were there. How long were they in Haiti? How long were they in Phuket? Okay, when they're there, the wind was blowing out. Okay, as soon as the wind shifted and they knew it was going to shift back over to Tokyo, they backed out to Tokyo immediately. As soon as the wind swept over the mainland, they came home. They did a subject matter on it every night. I followed along, and they brought this asshole from MIT, and they downplayed it intentionally. They knew that Gupta does his health program in the morning. 2 weeks ago, a lot of people watch that. This is a man who was going to be Surgeon General. You don't think that's credibility? Obama nominated him for the Surgeon General. He turned it down. This is a man who had a Japanese doctor. Come on. This is the most irresponsible. It's criminal. Japanese doctors say, oh, a little bit of plutonium is good for you. Wow. Then he had this punk from Michigan. I was laying in my bed in 1986 when Chernobyl happened. And I thought, there's some freelance punk, fat doughboy punk who has no credibility, no clue, no fucking nothing. So I took a trip over there a couple years going, it's nothing, it's perfectly fine. right as I was spewing and everybody was spewing, saying that they're just pushing the plutonium into the Pacific. That's the only difference in the plume. That's what they've done the whole time. Instead of the air plume that has plumed 4 full core meltdowns, has poured in the Pacific. There's been enough plutonium poured in the Pacific, 1,000 times more than Chernobyl, the open, every plutonium in the history of the world has been pushed into the Pacific. I'm ran it, scientists are starting to ran it. So what does Gutta do? Puts up some people fishing. Oh yeah, they fish in Chernobyl. I don't know if you've seen any of the documentaries out of Chernobyl or the Ukraine. That whole area is still liver than fuck. While I'm in the, I'm fighting leukemia right now. I'm going back in the hospital Monday for more chemo. I came as close to death as you can. You know, I'm full of it. A little girl from Chernobyl died in 21 years. Well, not from Chernobyl, from the Ukraine. There are still thousands of people dying that were born later from it. And that was entombed how many freaking days after? It's still, so that is the most irresponsible piece of fucking journalism there ever was. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. AML, not CML, not juvenile, AML leukemia, the evil fucking monster it is, which is an evil killer that can attack anyone. And it fucking kills people. It is evil. I'm full of it. My father died from it. It is man-made. It is man-made. Fact. Fact. AML, 2 known causes. Exposure to nuclear radiation. Gilded in gold, cast in concrete. Fact, exposure to chemicals like benzene. Them are the 2 known. And the world media, TEPCO, these guys downplay. We know what it is now. You know how much fucking plutonium has been pushed into the fucking Pacific? When that orange slough come up on in Alaska, you know, many months ago, what was that? Some morphodite from freaking, you know, Fukushima? The people who downplayed that intentionally, the World Health Organization, the IAEA, the NRC, all these agencies, the world media, TEPCO, the Japanese government, our own government, the world governments of the world, they believe they're going to be tried for crime. This is going to kill so many fucking people. This is the biggest nuclear disaster on steroids 100 times over. It is freaking Chernobyl on Balco. People used to say, how the fuck do you... I've been fucking heavily involved in this since I was a kid. My father was an atomic veteran, nuke to death. Now I'm full of fucking leukemia, fighting for my life. Stay tuned with me. I will not give this cause up until the fucking day I die. And let's hope that I stay alive. And I can keep pushing this agenda. And I have pushed this agenda. This is nothing new to me. This is about credibility. These fuckers are evil. The world media, especially CNN, especially the way they handled that, they are fucking evil. Those producers should be charged civilly, yes. I'd love to sue those motherfuckers. Criminally, they knew exactly what they're doing. It was malice, it was pre-fucking meditated. It is fucking pure evil. Boy, was I to freaking hypothesize forward. Travel Fukushima, Japan, we are already there. We are all residents. Now I'm full of leukemia. Kevin Blanch.